Hello everyone, welcome to weekly call for SIG Autoscaling for Monday, 17th March 2020. We have a couple of items already on the agenda. Alessandro.
Hello. Yeah, I was speaking to Michael a few days ago about this enhancement proposal. I raised it because of the support for multi-platform aware autoscaling from zero, which is already somehow working in the cluster autoscaler side, but with the changes in cluster API and the way you want to address the capacity labels. We were wondering whether it's better to have the architecture and operating system fields in the status as well. And I added this as a point of discussion for today, but I didn't see that 13 minutes ago another person, I don't know if they are here, Christian Schlotter, commented about the node system info struct that I am adding to the status field. I did that with the idea of using something from the core API that also resembles the pod status field somehow. But yes, definitely only a subset of the information stored in that struct is actually needed by cluster API. So I don't know, I wanted to bring this as a discussion for all of us to understand how to proceed, whether to create a dedicated struct for it with advantages and disadvantages at the same time, or go for this solution by using the node system info as provided by the pod specification in the core API.
Alessandro, I was going to say, looking at the comments there, I don't know if there's necessarily a question for SIG Autoscaling that we need to answer. It might be better to have this discussion at the cluster API meeting, because I think Christian's comments, Christian's one of the maintainers for cluster API, and I think the comments he were making were very specific to cluster API. So if you want to talk with Christian about this, or we want to, I'm generally okay with what you put there in the enhancement. I think it makes sense. But if we want to have more discussion from the cluster API side, I think we should probably have it at that meeting, because you'll get more of the people there.
Okay, I imagine there is a meeting in the Kubernetes calendar as well for that, right?
Right, it's on the cluster. It's on the SIG cluster lifecycle calendar, I believe, and it's on Wednesdays. I think it would be around 6 p.m. British Standard Time.
Okay, thank you.
I can sync up with you offline though, and get you an invite there.
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Adam.
Yeah, quick update from me on the KEP that I've been working on to change the behavior of vertical pod autoscaling for daemon sets. I've gotten a couple initial reviews on the proposal, and it's been Ray suggested that we move into an autoscaling enhancement instead of a Kubernetes enhancement. And so unless there's any thoughts otherwise, I'm going to make that change. But the basics of the design are mostly done, and if anyone wants to take a look, please do.
Jack.
Yeah, if I can stay on Zoom real quick. Thanks, Adam. Just a reminder, housekeeping item. Open up the AEP in the autoscaling repo. You'll find, so the same exact process as an upstream Kubernetes, but just in the autoscaling repo, and then you'll get eyeballs.
Yep, I'll do that.
I think yeah, I agree with Ray on the fact it is changes to the BPA within the spec of the BPA. It makes sense to move it there. Cool. JM.
And just a FYI, I've sent this PR implementing configurable tolerances. Yeah, I've been reviewing this one, Guy. It's pretty close. I think we can get it in before the freeze. So I'll do like a big thorough pass, and then maybe you can take a look after I'm done.
Yeah, I've got time tomorrow and Wednesday, so I was planning on giving it a pass through myself as well. But
Perfect.
let's
Thank
try
you.
and get in.
Do you have API machinery and apps on board too, Ray?
No.
They're tagged in the PR, so if you want to get it in before 133 freeze,
We'll have
You
to
wanna-
get them to look at it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, good call up. Thanks.
Cool. Do you want to let's sync up via Slack and just identify who we can get from both of those to make sure we get the required other reviews. And Max.
Yeah, hey guys, just want to let people know that in place to recreate, I guess that's the feature gate we're calling it, or the feature we're calling it is open for review. So it was a big PR, so I talked to Ray and we decided to split it up into multiple parts. So the first 3 parts are open, which are just updating the API and some scripts. And when those emerge, I'm going to open some more to I guess get the rest of the stuff open. So yeah, just letting people know that feel free to review it.
Any other questions or points for this week? That's all we had on the agenda. In that case, thanks very much everyone for attending and until next week.
Thanks, guy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, Guy.